Have you ever seen a show where the writers try so hard to frame every single character like some sort of super genius, and then they try to make the main character seem even smarter than that, and then it just ends up making everybody just look dumb and giving the main character some plot armor shit. Yeah, well, this is the opposite of that. I am Melon. I'm here to put you on some peak. Look for more peak to deliver to you all. So today's manhwa that we're covering is going to be called like mother like daughter. Now I went into this manhwa fresh off study group. If you don't know study group, I'll make a whole video on it later. But it's that classic Korean high school story where the main character becomes a fighter to protect his friends and stuff like that. It's a good manhwa. Anyway, I went to this manhwa looking for something like that because it was on Webtoon how there's a section where they will be like, if you liked study group, you will also like, so that's where I found it. And well, I half expected something like High School Queen, again another very good, easily 8 out of 10 manhwa, but God have mercy. Anyway, the story follows Sung Yoon Gil, a high school girl who has always admired her mother being the stereotypical Asian parents.
You doctor yet?
No, Dad, I'm 12.
Talk to me when you doctor.
But to Samyong, her mother is essentially perfect. However, her mother seemed to downright hate her younger brother, not her younger brother, Samyong's younger brother. Her own son, by the way. He was, the average growing child, the demon toddler of the house. He was dumb, chaotic, and not perfect. One day, unfortunately, Samyong finds her brother's body floating in a river, and to Samyong, her mom has to be the first suspect. Due to her noticing her mom's over obsession with perfection. From then on, it becomes a kind of game of high IQ cat and mouse, as Samyong tries to gather evidence to support her suspicion without alerting her helicopter mom. That's basically the simplification of the plot. Every interaction between them is on some light versus L timing, and that's what I like about this manhwa. Instead of relying on constant action or gore or fighting, the story builds up suspense through mind games between the mother and daughter. They have such similar thought patterns that it becomes very difficult to differentiate the two. It's also why the mom always seems to be 2 steps ahead of her daughter. The sheer amount of manipulations and mind games between these two would have you thinking you're the killer. I'm not joking when I said that the characters in this manhwa would gaslight you suspecting anyone. Another really cool detail I like that they added is that Samyong's mom is canonically hot. So to prevent the readers from focusing on how beautiful she is, they censored her face. Now, you might think of this as, it's kind of weird that you're censoring a character's face, but it makes for some delectable jump scares. In fact, this genre should have been horror, because there is nothing, it's not supposed to be remotely scary, but yet the manhwa keeps readers guessing by revealing clues while making you question whether Samyong's suspicion are justified or is she just insane. Around like the Webtoons version of the season 2, I will never forget how it successfully gaslit me. It also gaslit me into thinking that maybe Samyong was the one that killed her brother. The story is an easy 9 out of 10. In fact, 9.5 out of 10. And that's because I did. The only reason I even gave it a 9.5 is because we didn't put horror in the tag. I found this story at like 1 a.m. and I read through the first like 60 chapters only for me to get to the most serious jump scare I've ever seen. Single-handedly motivated me to start up a channel to talk about this peak. So we'll be expecting more peak from me later today. Eventually, somewhere, somehow. I'm recording now. Bye.